on this. So let's see how this goes and how that affects all the markets coming up shortly in the next week or two. So,
dawn till dusk ordeal.
Dawn toward dusk operation. Well, we're going to move on to the next stock. So see you in a few, and thanks for tuning in to everybody again, and welcome to another episode of Stock Talk. I am your host, Mike, and with me I have Hog and No Kage.
Yep, no Kage, dude. Yo.
Kage is at a family party, and apparently, I didn't know this, maybe some of you guys out there do this, but apparently he's celebrating his late grandfather's birthday. So he's there
at 9 o'clock
at
night on a Monday.
9 o'clock Monday night, and they're rocking out to Grandpa's party. So put in the comment section if your family does that. So we'd like to hear, because it's full of entertainment here, you know?
Mike, that's literally the worst excuse I've ever heard.
Yeah. Like, do you think maybe he was with a girl, maybe?
Maybe, dude. I don't know. But
I'm thinking I think we can let him off the hook if he was with a girl. Maybe he has a date tonight.
I hope, dude. I hope that's what it is. But
yeah,
man,
so for all you other girls out there,
on those.
Sorry, man, he might be taken.
All right.
So we got a decent show planned for you tonight. We have we're on Zero Hedge. We love Zero Hedge. And some of you might be thinking, well, how does this affect me with stocks? Well, it has everything to do with stocks, because some of your largest chip factories are in Taiwan. So yes, it affects the whole world. And yes, we're going to talk about it because this topic is important to me and to you and to everyone out there. 5 reasons, or here are 5 Chinese military response scenarios if Nancy visits Taiwan. So on Friday, we had this readout that China said that they would shoot down Nancy Pelosi's plane. What a stupid comment that was on social media. This was supposedly coming, some people, it was the media that tweeted it out, Hog, and then you also had someone else in the military, some people in the military, the Chinese military, tweeting out. That is probably the dumbest thing that they could ever do, considering the ramifications economically that could happen, and it's just reckless. What do you think on that so far, on your take?
That is dumb. That is really, really dumb.
For real. Like, economically and what that would do, that's just the dumbest statement ever. So hopefully they get reprimanded for that. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Telling you, dude.
And this isn't a cooler carrying for Pelosi or anything like that, but that's just any type of civilian like that, and you make a threat like that, you're a moron. So that's all I'm going to say. So with further details on the White House handling of the Pelosi trip now being watched carefully around the world. I saw it last week that she, after, was it Sunday, they said she wasn't going, and now we're saying she's going again. So I think she's just playing them like a fiddle. What do you think?
What's up with the back and forth, dude? What is it? What's, like, so they said, like, the White House said they're not, and then they are? Like, what the hell?
I think it was with press and things like that. I don't think nobody knows what's going on in the outhouse anyway. So there's miscommunications because you don't know who's saying what, where, and why.
Jeez, dude,
and then retraction. So you never know. It changes every day. So
that's great.
So Pelosi did not include Taiwan on her official itinerary. So that's what some people are going on Sunday. But it did include Japan, South Korea, Malaysia over security concerns. But the Financial Times first reported that she would be the first speaker to visit Taiwan in 25 years. Last person to do that was Newt Gingrich. So President Joe Biden dispatched senior officials, including National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan, Jake the Snake there, we like him, just kidding, to lay out the risks of Pelosi, but the people familiar with the situation said that she had decided to press ahead with the landmark trip. Do you have any questions you have on this, Hog, or anything so far?
No, well, what do you think, dude? Is pretty grossy going or no?
Like I said, with the miscommunication, I just don't trust anything that they say. I think they're playing games, and some of it's a head fake maybe with them. They're trying to see how much the Chinese will show maybe, because you did see military movements on Saturday, and they did fire into the Straits Saturday evening if you were on Twitter watching them drilling towards Taiwan. So they were drilling again, which they normally do. but I did see troop movements and things like that. And they were just showing that on their social media. Obviously, if it was a secret, they wouldn't have a guy filming it on a camera. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude.
They
I
didn't
don't
want that to
think
leak
the
out.
gross is going, dude.
Yeah, are you getting a
Joe
thunderstorm?
Biden was already saying, like, he was already folding, dude.
Oh yeah,
You
for
know?
sure. Yeah, he was telling them that he
So,
was telling her not to go. The thing is that if
right.
some people don't know this, but Nancy Pelosi was almost arrested in Tiananmen Square. If you did not know that out there, so I'm not, like I said, I don't carry the cooler, carry the water for the lady. I'm just telling you that she's not like a scaredy cat. She's not one of my favorite politicians. But she does do her thing, what she does. Even she represents her people or whatever. Even though, like I said, this isn't a cooler carrier show for her because she's not actually liked on the show. Not one of my favorite people. Concerning strained and now deteriorating relations with China, News Squawk earlier Monday said the following details of the Biden Xi phone call. That's also something that came out, Kage, or sorry to embarrass you like that, Hog, as well.
Gee.
Is that Xi said he mentioned that Biden said that the Uyghurs were mentioned. At least the press secretary says that was mentioned about the treatment of the Uyghurs. And as far as Xi said, the Chinese government said that didn't happen. They didn't mention anything like that. So everybody's saying to release the transcript. Who is lying? Is Biden
Dude,
lying
they're
or is
all
Xi
liars,
lying?
man. They're
Yeah,
all liars.
there's not an honest thing out here, you know.
Yeah, dude. I want to hear the transcript. That's the only thing I'll
Yeah.
believe. Even that's questionable, dude.
Yeah, that's the thing is everybody's saying, "Show me the receipts, man. We want to see the transcripts." Either Xi you put up on the table, or Biden regime you put it up on your table there. The conversation was the worst among the 5 talks of the leaders. Xi said that he showed the toughest attitude ever shown to a world leader with the most important topic, the conversation of China-U.S. relations, especially the Taiwan question. If indeed the accurate Xi was tough in the call with Biden, expressing Beijing's red lines directly to the U.S. president, there was certainly something of the terms of major Chinese response, of course, informed diplomatic, military, nobody knows. Pelosi showed up on Taipei this week. Hog, there are several scenarios I'm going to go. Maybe Xi could release something that he knows about Hunter. Maybe that's what's being leveraged here that we don't know. That's the route I'm leaning to. I don't think Xi's going to risk his economy and risk everything that he's got going on because he has the upper hand in the economy. He controls 95% of the U.S. pharmaceutical industry. So I don't think that Xi is going to do a military response. Could he possibly invade Taiwan? Yeah, but he's not going to go do anything. He's not going to do anything to mess with the United States. Not now, at least. To say that there are friends, absolutely not. But he's got too much to risk economically, is what I say. So what say you?
Dude, that is the truth. He does have too much to risk, and it would not be a good idea. It would not look good for him. I don't think that they have the capability yet to invade Taiwan anyways. But here's where the wild card is in the whole thing. With China's economy collapsing, that actually might possibly be a reason for him to go as a distraction.
Yeah. Yep.
So I don't know, man. Maybe if he feels that desperate, maybe it could be something he does, to actually distract away from the fact that his whole economy is falling out from underneath him with all the banks and everything that are collapsing.
And if you're Xi, you're sitting here right now, you don't know what's going to happen 2 years from now as far as what president's going to be in there. And as far as if it's going to be tougher. So your window is actually closing. So for an invasion for Taiwan, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen in the next year or two. Because if you get some kind of hawk conservative in there, they're going to be a lot tougher on China than they are now. And it's going to be someone, because the economy is just going to be torched. We had another figure come out with housing, and housing is just, that bubble's getting ready to pop. Things are slowing down. I think your top market slowing down is Boise, Vegas, and another SoCal city where it's cooling off majorly because these interest rates are starting to hit. So, there's things on that front too there. I mean, that we're going to see who gets elected to Congress if we're getting a bunch of rhinos or we're getting some people that, who are actually, they think they're gonna change things. I don't know. I have no confidence in any of this stuff, unfortunately, because politicians lie all the time. So, and once they're promised things that they're promised, my faith in that hit the shits like way long time ago, like probably even before I was able to vote. So, especially when they're putting out conspiracy theories like the magic bullet theory and things like that, it gets to, after a while, you start having a heart, you start to question more things, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
But not going into that, it said with the tough call, it says if she, so Taipei, they said if Pelosi shows up to Taipei this week, amid concerns if she lands with a fighter jet escort guiding her military plane, which was likely set out Tuesday, that could trigger the short of a shooting war with China, is what they said. So, which if they said that, then that is pretty stupid of them to say that. So, because she's a civilian and things like that. I know there was some people out there that says, "Oh yeah, dude, it's." I saw the stupidest comments out there, Hog, and you can appreciate this as a military guy. People were like, "Oh yeah, dude, we could people will kick the U.S.'s butt, and China will do this," and they were talking about China has a big army, and I'm like, do you guys understand that this will be push buttons and it's pretty much the end of everybody? That's why it's stupid to talk like this.
Right.
There's not going to be an army fight like that. Like, this isn't World War II, dude.
No, dude. There's not going to be room for tactics and stuff like that in this kind of war, dude. This is not like that. So
it's
for
not even going to be
at like, yeah, everyone who's like having their little fantasies about how it's going to go down and it's going to be some like another version of World War II, dude. No. It's not like that, dude. It's not going to be anywhere near that glorious.
That's why both sides need to be cool and tone it down a little bit with the rhetoric and everything like that, because we don't live in the World War II age. We live in an age now where it's all modern warfare and it's bad. So
yeah, biological weapons, dude.
Yeah, but that's the other thing, is biological and that.
Famine.
Yep. Yeah, that's the one thing you got to worry about the most is famine. Famine and war on utilities and everything like that. That's where it's going to be the bit worst. So, a number of military analyst publications are examining. Get ready, you got it. Military analysts are examining. I wonder if this is on the alphabet's worst case scenario. One analyst said that the China-Taiwan Watcher has laid out a full range of hypothetical, realistic scenarios involving potential levels of Chinese aggression. Well, one level could be is they just cut off supply of everything and then you're toast on all your goods. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, dude. This isn't Call of Duty, man. Like this whole era of Call of Duty players and stuff like that, man. It really does. It starts to like really warp kids' minds and stuff like that in terms of what this would look like. I mean, there's like every young like man has like these like ideas of war and stuff like that. And it's just normal. But man, we got to start talking about what realistically this thing would look like. And I think that's where it starts, is educating people on.
Yeah, the size of the army doesn't matter whatsoever. Obviously, you saw what happened in Russia with Russia, you know. So it's like your size of your army is not going to matter like that when it comes to technological war like this. So,
no way, dude.
Nope. It looks like scenario 1, the minimalist approach. The PLA occupies Jimin and the Matsu Islands, as well as Taiwan Islands, South China Sea, and maybe even the Pentu Islands as part or the Taiwan Strait. The no-go zone or military shipping. This would be the fairly easy way for the PLA and Taiwan to probably not overcommit to naval action against the huge PLA Navy if they plan to approach the main island. What do you see on that scenario there, Hog? Hey, Hog, what do you see on that scenario on the first one?
Hoagies and grinders.
Hey there. Okay, I went to the scenario 1. I stopped with Did you get to hear that whole one with scenario 1?
Part of it.
So they said they would also declare all the Taiwan Strait a no-go zone for military shipping. This would be fairly easy for the PLA. The Taiwan would probably not overcommit to naval action against a huge PLA navy if they did not approach the main island.
Yeah, they could do that. I mean, that is one absolute thing they could do. Yeah.
Dude, we're getting ready to get pounded
Maybe
here.
that's
Are you getting
most likely.
pounded?
Are you?
I just got a warning for severe thunderstorm, dude. Are you guys getting pounded here by you?
Dude, I'm walking outside, dude, and it's like black, dude, to the west.
I've got
It's
a
like
cell
freaking...
sitting above me. You guys can hear it on the broadcast right now. It's pretty sick
hell yeah.
with it.
Is it rumbling, dude?
Yeah, if I start getting a flood, you'll know why the camera came out, because this is a low-lying area right here. We're in a what is it? A freaking... There's a natural spring that runs under my house.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, it's pretty nuts. A good job on the building and the everything, huh? Right here.
Yeah, dude. I got to make sure my freaking pump's working, dude, because I have one of those whatchamacallits, a sump pump, dude.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I got to make sure that scrump pump goes.
Yeah, they didn't really map this stuff out pretty good back then, but whatever.
Dude, I lived in what was an old swamp.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, dude. This was a swamp ass before, dude.
Yeah, yeah, I know exactly where you're talking about there.
Yeah, that's where I live.
He also talked about hybrid warfare. They also talked about hybrid warfare. Some of the partial and Navy aerial blockade of Taiwan intended to interfere with the economy, combined with stepped-up harassment such as flyovers of Taiwan's territory, incursions into Taiwan maritime space by naval. They've already been doing that. They also might accompany by cyber attacks to shut down the internet infrastructure for days at a time. Taiwan would have no choice to do stiff posture. I mean, if they did scenario 2, that would pretty much hurt the U.S. economy too. I mean, that's one thing right there.
It would hurt theirs too, though. That's the thing. I'm like,
oh yeah,
I don't think at this situation though, like with how they're looking economically, dude. I don't know if they could withstand, that kind of cutting them off, because they'd be cutting off their own trade too. So that's something to look at.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, they could do economic warfare like they're doing with Russia right now, and as far as they could turn off all the stuff with that, and they would be really screwed as far as economically, especially with if Klaus Schwab and the boys with the World Economic Forum, which seems to be controlling a lot of stuff these days. I wouldn't want to get on their bad side for those guys if I was them. So just a heads up there on China, because that's who's freaking been keeping you around. I just think it's all talk right now is what I think. I don't think anything's happening.
Those are viable options though, because militarily we would have to be the aggressors technically to go in there and like what are we going to go and like actively attack their blockade? Like it would be rough, dude.
Yeah,
it would be rough. But also, yeah, I see lightning above your house.
Yeah, it's pouring right now. I can hear it outside. Hopefully the drain works where they put that in, but I'm highly doubting it. Like I said, if it starts flooding in here, I'm freaking gone.
That's funny,
dude. So scenario 3 is this would include air, sea, and warfare. No boots on the ground. A full aerial naval blockade, protracted set by naval and aerial battles designed to degrade Taiwan's military, combined with ballistic missile attacks on military targets. So they're trying to say that you would see stuff like you saw with Russia against Ukraine, and aggressive cyber attacks, which is what they did too as well. Once the air and naval superiority was established, China could pick off targets and ratcheting up the threat until government breakouts and the government breaks. And once that happens, then you have you also, like I said, because our economy is attached to theirs. What you would have is that would affect all your chips right there. So, and that would probably send us from a recession to a depression. Just a heads up for everybody out there. Wouldn't you say that's pretty accurate there, Hog?
Well, yeah, dude, that's a guarantee.
We can't survive without that. They say they're building them. We'll see what happens as far as they say they're going to get semiconductors going and everything, but more factories, but we'll see what happens. you can't sustain this anyway. You have to you have to do this on another level, as far as that you have to be self-sufficient on your own. You can't keep on doing this being dependent on countries. It's a national security threat, you know?
Oh, hell yeah.
So you have to make stuff
Hell
here.
yeah.
And that's the thing. You can't be dependent, or you're going to choke yourself out. So eventually.
It's one thing Kage does not understand, dude.
No, he thinks he's just going to run to the mountains and hide in the mountains or something. It's not going to work. So you can leave that in the comments, guys. So total air and sea blockade is scenario 4, Hog. Massive ballistic missile attacks on military targets. Massive cyber attacks to paralyze virtually all military, government, and civilian communications, shut down infrastructure. Aggressive naval and aerial engagements degrade Taiwan's forces to achieve battle space superiority. You know what's one thing that people don't understand about the cliffs right there? Taiwan could dig in hardcore, and with those high cliffs that are in the beach cliffs, that could be pretty bad, like almost a D-Day thing for China. You know what I'm saying? Scenarios which we went over, but we'll have to see how it plays out. So we'll keep following this topic the rest of the week, and then we'll get back with you sometime if anything pops with any of this news. But we're going to go on to the next stock. So see you in 2 and 2. Peace. We're going on to the next stock here. It's GOVX. GOVX. Last tick was $4.10. Going to the chart year to date, looks legit. People work hard, you might as well quit. If you guys can remember who said that and which rap song, then you will get nothing. Going into the charts here, looks like year to date from September to February, you had a decent run, and then obviously you had February 2022, the old dipperoo. You go down to June 2022, and you're at $2.50, and you see some resistance, and we're starting to see things come looking up again. Why are they looking up? Well, there's got to be some news popping, obviously. So going into what would you say they do here? Looks like they're in a clinical biotechnology company which engages in development of immunotherapies for vaccines against cancers, infectious diseases, novel vector vaccine platform. It focuses on preventative vaccine, hemorrhage fever, viruses such as Ebola, Sudan Marsburg, Lassa fever, Zika virus, malaria, human immunodeficiency syndrome, HIV, as well as immunotherapy tumor cases. It was founded in 1998 and is headquartered in Georgia, in Smyrna, Georgia. Sorry if I butchered it. My apologies to all Georgians out there. I apologize. So the one thing that I'm going to tell you what stands out about this company right now, guys, is specifically how many things they have in the pipes. It's freaking huge right now. So what you can do on some of these stocks, why they're safer, is you can ride it to the next news wave, and to the next news wave, and the next news wave. With GeoVax Labs, you have several items, several things that are popping after all the different phases that they go through and all the trials with what they're working on. So that's one of the advantages you have versus some of the other stocks out there, is that there's a lot more news breaks and things like that, and people are going to see that, and it's going to skyrocket up. So let's go to your chart here. We're going to jump on here on the old Google machine, and we're going to go to GeoVax Labs, and we're going to see what's popping in the news. We don't have our stock guide today as far as our comment reader. We might go onto the boards and read some stuff on the boards, unless we get flooded out here tonight by a flash flood. Then, sorry, we're not going to go to the website. The website looks sick with it. Check that out, guys. That looks tight. Let's see here. Let's go to the news. Why is it popping? We're going to Bazinga. Monkeypox. GeoVax shares are trading higher Monday after New York City on Saturday declared monkeypox a public health emergency, which lifted monkeypox-related stocks. Monkeypox-related stocks. Over the weekend, New York officials declared monkeypox a public health emergency due to the spread of the virus in the area. The public health emergency designation allows officials to issue emergency orders under the city code and implement measures to help slow down the virus. New York City is currently the epicenter of the outbreak, and we estimate approximately 150,000 New Yorkers may be currently at risk for monkeypox exposure. New York City Mayor Eric Adams of New York City, Department of Health and Mental Hygiene Commissioner Dr. Ashwin Vanan said in a joint statement Saturday that the companies engaged in developing immunotherapies and vaccines against cancers, infectious diseases using the novel patented modified vaccine Anacara virus-like particle vector vaccine platform. The company has published its peer-reviewed journals showing the MVA vaccine can help prevent monkeypox. This is good news for the stock, according to that there. So that's good that they have a heavy hitter like Bazinga in there to help them out there. So that's good. You just saw the lightning guys there. Maybe you saw the flicker. I don't know. We'll see. And then four days ago in this stock, you also had, let's see, on Yahoo Finance, the biotechnological company developed human vaccines and immunodeficiencies for infectious diseases like cancer, announced the publication of a peer animal efficacy study, modified MVA vector vaccine, Sudan Ebola virus. Guys, there are too many things. And no, I didn't get paid to say this. I'm just telling you in here, I'm not saying to go out and buy it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it is simply too cheap where it's at. And it's simply, I'm not saying this is the buy point to get in. What I'm saying is it's too cheap to just simply not look at it. So, and nobody paid me to say this. I just saw this is one of the top stocks that we saw popping today for hot penny stocks. So that's why we're choosing it. The advantage of the immunotherapy live attenuated vaccine sector with the authentic confirmation of virus particles, VLPS. The vaccine expressed minimal components of generate self assembling VPLs in the vaccine, the envelope, glycoprotein GB matrix, protein VP40. Guinea pigs vaccinated with one dose of MVLA VP SUDV generated SUDV specific binding neutralizing antibody responses, as well as medicated protective effects. These responses were bolstered to a second vaccine dose. All vaccinated animals which receive either 1 or 2 doses were protected from death and disease symptoms following changes of a lethal dose of SUDV. This data demonstrates a single dose protection and potency for MVLP platform use in emergency situations for contained outbreaks. And that was VLP. Sorry, it's been a long night when you're on your own there. Let's go to the twits on the comment board on the Celio and check out what the real traders are saying, because when you go to stock twits, that's where the real traders are at. Let's go to this guy right here. That was crazy, guys. So let's see, GEOVX. GEOVX. Okay. Comments of the night. Monkeypox has been declared state of emergency in Illinois and California. That's from BJ Jones, 2009. Biden names FEMA CDC officials to head monkeypox response. That's 2 minutes ago. That was from who posted that? Golden Cross. Let's see if we see any interesting takes here. Business Pro says that he's holding up 88% since his last post. So there you go on that. Passenger 776 says squeeze will upon nasty trending. Shorts are heavily underwater, and this is just getting warmed up. Don't underestimate the trending point. That comes from Passenger 776. He's right on that one. I will have to say on that. Governor Newsom declares state of emergency over monkeypox outbreak. That's from Legends of the Bagger Vance. Edge Up says still no answer except for one very interesting thing. Could be enough to ramp up production. Special White House approval. Never heard of it. That was from Edge Up there. I looked up my wallet and saw 100. Let's begin. Must begin to be a sign there. Someone wrote an inappropriate comment. We're not going to cover that one. Says tomorrow will be the first day of the CDC gets full count on all clinics in the USA. So there you have it on that. There was a Washington Compost post that basically said, not enough shots. U.S. faces vaccine cliff on monkeypox. That was by David the Day Trader. He said lab stocks are going to print hard. Yeah, this one. So on some of the other ones, I was trying. So I read some of the comments off, but some people get offended when I don't carry the cooler for a stock. I'm just giving you my take on it as far as what I think. It doesn't mean that's like that should be your take, or you feel that you found a better buy. This is like your stock and you're loving it. I'm just trying to be a realist. Last week, I guess one dude said that I was being negative about the stock. It's just like I don't get excited about anything that's below $1. You know what I'm saying? It goes against my trading rules sometimes. So it's just not my excitement. And he like freaked out. So it doesn't mean it wasn't a good buy. I just said that it just wasn't for me. One guy respectively wrote, he's just like, you're going to miss out. That's an awesome take. But when you go and just like say stuff that's stupid, you get stupid. So that's what you get there. Let me see any other takes here in the last hour or so. California, Illinois, not Illinois. If you want to piss off someone from Illinois, call it Illinois. California, Illinois. I told you that thank God I sold my stocks and loaded monkeypox plays and memes. So that was from Let's Go Bulls 2022. Where else do you got there? Imagine if David the Day Trader, he has some really good takes here. I don't know why Kagi doesn't cover him. Says, imagine being a dual citizen, Europe and United States, to have how bad monkeypox is spreading world and holding GeoVax since last Monday, 156, telling people it's only a matter of time. 1 week later, California and New York declare monkeypox a public emergency. Finally caught one. And then you have there are so many good takes here. I swear Kage's missing them. If you guys see that he's missing good takes, just let me know, guys. Leave it in the comment section. I'll be hard on him. So because I think he's passing up on all. I read the takes because this is where the real traders are at. Some are fake, some are real, but you get good takes, and we try to scroll past those. Nick, U.S. Marine Corps 78 says, great job, Bulls. I'll be happy with a 20% gain tomorrow to get us to 5+. That's an excellent take there. It would be do two things: to get us out of Pennyland, and we'd start trending on stock twits. New York, California, Illinois declaring a state of emergency. Biden's picking up to his top officials. Get ready. That's from Ricky Martin, Chicago, if that was his name. Let's see what else we got. You guys made me so excited. This is probably the only one I'm going to cover because I covered that China news about with the Pelosi thing. That was pretty stupid of them, wasn't it? Let's see what else we got. That was about it, guys, as far as the takes here. There's some great takes. We'll cover some more. I'm going to probably fake check Kage and making sure he's covering all your guys' takes on the twits. So keep them coming out there. You guys are doing good. This one, watch it, guys. Keep it on your watch list. I like these stocks the best, the biopharma ones. They're some of my favorites. Some of the crowds are better too because they understand how this stuff goes. Some of the crowds on your other stocks, man, they just get pissed, and if you don't like the direction of the way things are going. So don't make it a dog show. We'll have a full show tomorrow with the gentleman there. And good night now.